Do you believe in fate, in predetermined events, a grand design that guides our lives from the cradle to the grave? Or do you hold fast to free will, believing that every choice we make, every path we take, shapes our destiny? What if, though the lines between these two philosophies blur, what if there exists a force beyond our understanding, orchestrating events, offering choices that seem like our own but lead us toward a destination unknown? On a cold, starless night, deep in the heartland of America, a young man found himself wrestling with this very question. His name was William Thomas, a solitary man, middle-aged, leading a simple life. He worked as a watch repairer, his days filled with the rhythmic tick-tock of timepieces and the quiet hum of contemplation. William lived in a modest house with peeling paint and a rusted weight. Inside, amidst the ticking watches, sat an old gramophone, silent now, but which once filled the house with music, a reminder of happier times. His wife had left him years ago, taking their son with her. William rarely spoke to anyone except the old grandfather clock that had been in his family for generations. But tonight, William's world was turned upside down. As he wound up an antique pocket watch, a melody drifted in from the street, carried on the wind. It wasn't a tune from this era, nor one he recognized. Curiosity piqued. He stepped out into the night. The source of the music led him to the old train station on the edge of town, a place he hadn't visited in years. It stood desolate and abandoned, its windows vacant eyes, staring into the darkness. The melody seemed to emanate from within its dilapidated walls. He hesitated for a moment, then pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside. The station was shrouded in shadows, lit only by the pale glow of the moon filtering through grimy windows. The air hung heavy with the scent of decay, and dust motes danced in the faint light. The sound of the music grew louder, beckoning him deeper into the station. William moved forward, his footsteps echoing on the deserted platform. Suddenly, the ground beneath his feet rumbled. Startled, he turned to see a black shape emerging from the tunnel at the end of the station. A train, but it was unlike any train he'd ever seen. It was on just the absence of lights or the ghostly outline against the darkness that made it strange. There was an unnatural stillness about it, a silence that was deafening. As it drew closer, William could make out the details. The train consisted of 3 carriages, each as dark and featureless as the last. There was no engine, no smoke, no sound. It was as if the train defied the laws of physics and of life itself. It stopped abruptly in front of him, its darkness seeming to swallow the light. William stood mesmerized, fear battling with an inexplicable sense of calm. Then the doors at the end of the first carriage slid open silently, revealing a dim, inviting light. It was an invitation, a summons, and William found himself stepping forward without conscious thought. The interior of the train was like nothing he'd ever seen before. The space was vast and circular, lit by a single golden lamp suspended from the ceiling. The walls were lined with shelves holding countless books bound in leather and held together with brass clasps. The air was thick with the scent of old paper and ink. In the center of the circle sat a single wooden desk, and behind it stood a man. His face was etched with wisdom and weariness, and his eyes twinkled with an otherworldly light. He wore a long dark coat that seemed to absorb the little light in the room. William felt an overwhelming sense of familiarity, as if he'd known this man for lifetimes. "You've been expected," the man said, his voice a deep, resonant echo. "I've been waiting for you." These words, spoken with such certainty, sent shivers down William's spine. "Who are you?" William managed, his voice barely a whisper. "Why am I here?" The man smiled sadly. "You know who I am, William, and you know why you're here. Don't you feel it? The call of your purpose, the echoes of your journey." William shook his head, bewildered. The man sighed, his shoulders slumping slightly. "Very well. I am the shepherd. And you, William, are one of the travelers?" He paused, waiting for the realization to dawn on William's face. "Travelers," William echoed, the word catching in his throat. The shepherd nodded. "Those who walk the path between worlds, those who guide lost souls to their destinations." Still confused, but sensing the importance of this moment, William asked, "What destination?" The shepherd's gaze drifted to the books, lining the walls, his voice dropping to a near whisper. "That, William, is for you to discover. But be warned. The path ahead is fraught with peril. Every choice you make, every step you take, could lead you to the end of your journey or the beginning of eternity." His eyes locked onto William's, burning with intensity. "Are you ready, William? For there is no turning back once you choose." William felt a profound shift within him, a stirring of long-forgotten memories, a sense of duty long dormant, reawakening. He took a deep breath, meeting the shepherd's gaze. "I'm ready," he said, his voice stronger than he felt. And wait, that his journey began. The shepherd waved his hand, opening a swirling vortex of golden light in front of William. "Step through," he said, "and follow the music. It will lead you to where you need to go." William hesitated for a moment, the weight of his decision settling upon him. But the pull of his purpose, the whisper of his journey, was too strong to ignore. Taking one last glance at the shepherd, he stepped into the light, bracing himself for whatever lay ahead. As the golden light engulfed him, the sound of distant music reached his ears, growing louder with every step he took. Each note resonated deep within him, echoing an ancient tune he felt in his bones. He walked forward, guided by the music, venturing deeper and deeper into the unknown. And that's where we'll leave our heroes for tonight. Will William find his way? Will he embrace his destiny? And what will his journey reveal? Find out next time when we continue this tale of adventure, self-discovery, and the echoes of eternity. So, what do you think of the story so far? Are you enjoying this journey alongside William? Let us know in the comments below. Your thoughts matter, so don't hold back. Share them with us. And if you're eager for more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got more tales to tell, more adventures to share. So, stay tuned.